Welcome back, guys. Ben here, and today we're going to be checking out a survivor-like called Halls of Torment. This has been one that I've been playing loads on my Steam Deck. Diablo-esque in its kind of style and presentation. DLC for the Boglands recently just came out, and I am nowhere near far enough to actually unlock anything of that. You need to find all the herbs and stuff like that, and then basically they have now like 2 more characters, and then you can use the characters to then get these kind of new weapon styles and quests and things like that. But yeah, basically we've already got quite a few different characters to choose from. We're going to go with the Beastmaster on this run that we're going to do today. I'm going to show you guys what it's like, just in case you've been living under a rock and you like this genre but you haven't heard of Halls of Torment. The final level isn't available to us at the moment, and that is the Boglands, and that's because we are missing some items. So, with that all said, sit back, relax, like, comment, subscribe. This is Halls of Torment, and we're going to check this one out. So I have it set. You can have it so that you can manually aim. I actually have it set to auto fire and basically auto attack. I actually find that's the best thing, and it lets me focus. Every time you level up, it pauses here, and it lets me then focus on what I want to upgrade. And Beastmaster's one I've only recently unlocked. I haven't played, I think I've done 1 run with them so far. So trying to learn what they're good at, and kind of the builds that works with me. You can see next to like parry 1 there's an arrow. That arrow means that, as far as I'm aware, that arrow means that it's like, this is like one that's like synergizes well with the build. You can still go for other stuff, but like the base block strength kind of works well with this character. And the agony mode that we're doing is kind of like like an additional mode where we'll go for health. We're gonna go with its recommendations. Kind of like an additional mode where enemies scale in their speed and damage, and I think then they're like how many there are as well. That all scales the better you do, basically. So it'll go up in time as we're doing well. We've got a few, you might see a few things going on. We've got a few summon kind of items. So we have a skeleton that goes around killing people. We have like a mage that throws some stuff. I tend to like pet builds. We'll go for damage. I tend to like pet builds in these types of games because it's just more opportunities for damage to be dealt. But yeah, this is one that, I think this is the first time I'm playing this on my PC. This has predominantly been, no, not even predominantly, this has exclusively been a Steam Deck game for me. And obviously it's perfect for that. Like, let's be honest, Survivor games, I think, were built for the Steam Deck. They're perfect for it. They literally make airplane flights, like journeys, they make them go so quick. They are very, very good at like just bleeding through that time, and very addictive. At least that's how I find these games anyway. We'll go for movement speed and regen. I think we're gonna go. We get to choose one or the other here: proficient stance or dedication. It kind of like goes off between. You can see the trait variants if you press LB. Like I don't. Or maybe no, the variants of stance are ruthless or relentless. Can I have both of these then? I could, but I think we're gonna go for movement speed and regen for this one instead of force and health. But we might want damage and crit bonus for the other one, so we'll keep an eye on that. We'll go for dedication 1 flight. Here we go. And we have a wine bottle, which we can send up from that chest, because that was a little boss that we killed, the one with the yellow outline. We got his stuff there. We'll go for health as well and build a little tanky Beastmaster. Yeah, this is a game that you have loads of little objectives and quests that you can do, whether it's killing a certain amount of things, whether it's trying to get some more gear. Basically, if you send up a piece of armor, then, which you can see it says like owned in green there, that means that you can then bring it on future runs and stuff like that. So I quite like there's a lot of like cool systems that this one has that this game just does really well from the survivor genre. And honestly, I consider Vampire Survivors as the you know, the founding father, as it were. I don't know if it was actually the first game to do the survivor genre, but it was certainly what got me into the genre. And yeah, we're gonna go Ruthless this one. But I think Halls of Torment is probably, I prefer Halls of Torment over Vampire Survivors from what I've played so far. I love Vampire Survivors, don't get me wrong, but I feel like should we go Pierce, crit chance, and force? Yeah. Halls of Torment just has a little bit more of a grittier feel to it, but obviously it's heavily influenced by Vampire Survivors on that side of things as well. So we get to choose an ability. I'm gonna go Transfixion because we face a lot of enemies here, so we're gonna weaken them basically, and we actually get another level up. We'll do multi-strike, area radius. But yeah, ideally I would have liked to have shown a little bit of the Boglands DLC, and it's only £3, but I can't actually show you any of that. We'll go first, Spirit Warrior. Can't show you any of that because I haven't unlocked anything. I'm not far enough to actually use the DLC. There is a warning there that if you're someone like me who has you've played a little bit of Halls of Torment, you saw the DLC and you're thinking, oh, should I get it? If you're not that far in it, you can buy it, but you can't actually do anything with the DLC yet. So that is something to bear in mind. But if it's something that you're playing through anyway, it's certainly going to be something that you're going to come across and have a good time with if you're enjoying the gameplay as it is. I don't think it's doing anything to like change the gameplay drastically or anything. It adds a new map, adds 2 new heroes, the Crone and the Alchemist, which I think I've unlocked all the enemies I have now. Sorry, all the characters I have now, other than those 2 new ones that have just come. So I think just as I unlocked the final character, the DLC released, and I've got 2 more to unlock now. So got plenty to be doing and to be working through, as far as I'm aware. Anyway, there might be so many more that I haven't done yet. Should we do Power Bite? Yeah, let's do Power Bite. Let's do that. There's another boss here. Bosses are worth going for because we can get the stuff that they drop, which is very nice. And like I said, it's a little bit of a modifier because we're on the agony mode, so there's a little bit of like some different stuff happening. I'm gonna head down this way because if you can see, there's like a little scroll on the bottom right. And as we get close, that will give us another ability, make us more effective at killing things quicker, basically. You're going to go for regen again. Basically, I like to lean into regen a little bit because as it does get a bit more complex and hectic, it means like it gives me more leeway to make mistakes, basically, and have to. Oh god, have to. Oh, there is the actual boss there. Yeah, it gives me more leeway to make those mistakes, and my health can regen at least, so that's quite nice. We actually have a boss. I'm just using the benefit there of the speed boost that we got. Yeah, these are like my form of drugs when it comes to gaming. Like survivor lights, just there's something about them that just really click with me. One thing that does seem new, that because they launched Boglands with an update as well, is that you can get extra buckets now to send additional things up, additional items. That didn't, as far as I'm aware, that didn't used to be a thing, or I've just got very lucky and got 2 in the space of what, like 15 minutes, 5 minutes, something like that. So yeah, it's I'm guessing that's a new item that they've now dropped that allows you to send, because it used to be you could find multiple pieces of armor like we have here, and we don't own these 2, so we want to pick one of these 2 and we put it in our bag, but you can only send 1 up. But now with the extra buckets, that gives us the ability to send more things up. So that's a really nice quality of life improvement. We've still got the scroll this way to get. We're almost there. We got distracted by the little skeleton boss. Let's do Phantom Needles because we've already got some multi-strike going on. I'm just going for a really like sharp, spiky build. Really, just we want knives and everything just attacking everything. Yeah, this one's not so much first impressions of the DLC or the base game, because I played the base game probably, I don't even know what I've got in this, 50 hours, 50 hours probably, and then obviously I can't even access the DLC, so it's one of those that just kind of just showcasing you the game in case you're like I said, you're into this genre and you haven't come across this yet, or you like the look of what's going on here. And it's like, I feel like these games they tick a certain like they tick a certain like flick a switch in your brain, I guess is what I'm trying to say, and you're like, oh yeah, I like that. And if that works, if that's you, then welcome to the club, because there's something about, like, on the one hand, you're literally just moving around with the left stick and letting it auto attack, you know, but this is the bit where you're choosing the right upgrades and you're crafting that, and that build is different every time because there's the RNG of what stuff's available. That really adds to the replayability, because you can then start to experiment and see like, is that extra pierce, is that going to be good, is that gonna like help me get further or do more or achieve what I need to achieve. And Halls of Torment is really well thought out with its like quests and things to aim for. If you're an achievement hunter, it has loads of stuff for you to unlock, and one of those games that's like satisfying completions as well, I guess, because you're like actually working towards things. None of it seems cheap or super difficult for the sake of being difficult. So yeah, a lot of good things going with this game. And like I said, the Boglands is their first DLC, so it's interesting to see what the studio is kind of coming up with. This is an ascendable item, so these are like temporary. Transforms picked up gold into XP. Gain more experience per piece of gold. That would let us scale massively. I don't know if there is a new potion. Like is there a herb here? I don't think it's showing me a herb at all, so I don't think there's a herb on this level. So can't send it anyway, so we're gonna wear that one. This will turn all gold into XP, which is now gonna let us level even quicker. Do more regen. Keep our health topped up. You can see our health on the left-hand side. Yeah, Vampire Survivors also had an update recently, so we might check that out. That's another one I've never really featured on the channel before, one I've played almost exclusively again on the Steam Deck. It is a genre that the majority of my playtime hours will be, unless I'm recording a survivor-like for content, like I'm doing now, they are normally played exclusively on the Steam Deck. They're like perfect for it. So good. What I need to start doing is making a move. We're kind of really rolling into like the crit. Getting a lot of those red numbers, which means the crit's happening. Oh, these are new. Shows us, what is that? That's like a little gold one. There's a lot of new stuff here. As someone who, this is the first run I've done since the DLC's installed. And I can tell already there's some different stuff going on. Get rid of that one as well. We're getting quite a few. We get quite a few upgrades because we just got all the gold, and all the gold is unlocks, isn't it? We'll increase our pickup range. Pickup range. There we go. And do ruthless. Yeah, into the crit bonus still. Really building into that. Oh, he dropped his scroll. Let me just get that as well. Give me that scroll. Casting intervals. Yeah, let's do Radiant Aura. Focus on that. Oh, these dogs always come in like a spirally thing, so means I need to pay a bit more attention to evading them basically. Like I said, it doesn't matter too much if we do take a hit here and there. Could put a little bit into defense just to shore that up a little bit. We've got another little boss here. Might, because of our update, give us some gold. Give us something. Give us another wine bottle. We can send those. I think wine bottles we can send up as many times as we want. I don't know if we have an ability. We can see what's inside the barrels. As we can see, there's like cheese in there. Again, that's a new thing. It seems to only be certain barrels. So, not too sure what's triggering that, if that's an ability I've got or something. Might even be a Beastmaster thing. Like I said, I haven't played this one that much. We'll go for regen. And let's do Spirit Orbs. Let's do that. And Blessing. Here we go. Lovely. We do have a little bit of burn, but I'm thinking we keep base crit chance. Really just going to lean into that critical hit build. What I might do is, since I'm on the way here anyway, we're going to use one of our buckets. Kill this boss first, because he might give us some gear as well. And then we can send up. There we go. Oh, it's temporary. Okay. We've already got Firewalker boots. These are chaos versions. Does 50 damage, has 10% chance. That just does, the chaos one just does it somewhere, just puts fire somewhere on the screen. Whereas that does fire behind us, obviously. Not too fussed for either, really. So, we have to choose one? I guess so. Let's it's this well. There we go. Right, so I'm gonna send the wine up. And we can send that one up as well. There we go. Now I'm gonna just head towards the other scroll that's on the top of our screen to make our way that way. Yeah, on the surface of it, it might be like, oh, you don't have to think too much about it because you don't have to aim your attacks and stuff. But what you end up doing is you're trying to like weave, and different enemies approaching you with different speeds, AoEs and things like that, projectiles to dodge. So you're trying to like just level it so you can kind of just avoid everything, really. Have everything die around you. There's a boss here that we want to just take out. Taking a few hits, but we do have quite a decent amount of regen. Right, there we go. Good timing. Just started to have the armored skeletons come. Crit chance. Memorizing bottle. When sent up and bought, allows the cupbearer to increase the amount of available potions and memories. Okay. And 50% spawns plus 50% damage from our summons. It's quite a good one. Okay. Just before we go all that way, we're gonna want to go back and send this stuff up. Yeah, let me know in the comments below if you've played this before or if you're a fan of Survivor likes or not. What was the first one that you played? Was it Vampire Survivors? Now it's become its own genre that's really recognizable now. There we go. I think we've got one more item we can send up now, unless we find some more buckets. There we go, we got an achievement for that. Have your hound deal 1 million damage. This run so far seems to be going well. Going agony free. Trying to weave my way through. So just trying to brute force hammer it through. What you'll find is that if you go too far, a boss will just spawn again further up, like a mini boss or whatever. So that's not multiple of the same yellow silver things, it's the same one. Crit chance, and let's grab this. And fires projectiles behind you. All transfection projectiles get a chance to apply slow. Or split needles into 2. I think let's do crippling cuts for now. We basically just have a 360 knives just coming out of us now. We just got one of those magnet things. We will increase crit bonus. The money one's actually not a bad idea. It like gives us that XP that we need. Pick up range. And attack speed maybe. Do attack speed to plant needles. We've only got 7 minutes left and to fight a boss, so it's starting to get, you can see it's starting to get much more hectic now. I'm going to work my way back towards the bucket just in case we do find any more armor. We can send that one up. Because even if you're successful and you've got loads of like armor pieces that you haven't sent up, if they were not sent up, you won't get them again. You don't get to leave with them. And it used to be you didn't get extra buckets, so, or not that I'd seen, so you had to choose what you wanted to keep and go back up again, kind of thing. This makes it a little bit less grindy, maybe. Let's get rid of this this thing here. Summon stronger skeletons that attack enemies. So it's a stronger version of what I've got. Just sturdy and mage skeleton. There we go. See, we take some damage, but our like health regens quite quickly. Now we just kind of want to hover around here really and take out the enemies, keep choosing our upgrades, leveling up, and basically going from there. I think base block strength, let's do that one. Going around in circles. Sniff out 3 gold slimes. There we go. So that must be, it must be a Beastmaster thing. We get some extra gold when we do that. There we go. Obviously the gold is extra XP for us. Oh, there's another boss. When we kill them, they should have a piece of armor that we can send up. An Agony 4 as well. Deal 1.5 million damage with Radiant Aura. I mean, the crits are doing really well to like help boost our stuff as well. There we go. So we've got Spellcaster Gloves. Adds 130 movement speed to your attack speed. And modifies crit chance. Increases on damage with spark. Decrease on damage with main weapon. As diminishing returns. Okay, so these ones are the ones where you don't really want to use your main weapon that much. And I think that means that obviously any main weapon based attack doesn't get this bonus, but all the other stuff we do gets that. So I don't think we can just stop using our main weapon. Oh wait, we can, yeah, we just turn off auto attack and we just don't attack with that. So yeah, I guess if you're not using it at all, you get 100% damage, and it's good for like mage builds. I might get that because that's quite interesting to like try that as a playstyle. We got hunt 3 imp champions and kill 15 champions in 1 run. Getting all the achievements in this run. We're gonna go crit chance again because that does seem to be working quite well. And we're gonna put these gloves in as our last bucket up to the surface. There we go. Do crit bonus overall. If we start, you can then see crit bonus is 21% for the mage skeletons. So you've got, see, it breaks it down by, so we could scroll all the way up and you've got all the different stats and increases. You notice the well doesn't show anymore because that was our last bucket. Let's find another one. think we'll keep going for transfixion. Multi-strike and area radius is good, I think. I don't know if we're going to do the top left objective of kill 25,000 enemies in one run. We're only at 6,000 with a couple of minutes left to go. Not sure how you would kill them so quick. This is one where we've got to stay in the circle and kill enemies while in the circle. I'm just going to pop that in there for now. New crit chance. There's our fragment. Trying to make my way up to that scroll. Oh. There's another one spawned 200 meters, but I thought I went past it. I was like, I didn't go past it that much. Emits 4 frost projectiles. So basically we can take 2 more, or we can do some upgrades. Feels magic in an area. Multi-punitive light. Wasn't a fan of the ice one. Like, I want them to come into the circle a little bit. I just don't want them to get too close. The radiant circle will melt them, as we're seeing. I'm literally just going in there because I know I can get away with it. We'll get XP instead. And not accept those. I actually forgot you can do that. I should have probably done that with the other unsendable items. Deal 3 million with Radiant Aura. Another one I've tried recently, which is a little bit like this, and obviously Vampire Survivors. But it's third person called Mega Bunk, and that one has been really good as well. Every now and again, you get a game that comes out in this genre, and it just really stands out. And Halls of Torment was that. Soulstone Survivors was that. Rotato. See Vampire Survivors doing it first, or originally for me. And Deep Rock Galactic's Survivor one as well. That's pretty good. That came out of early access recently. Okay, we've got Big Boss Man now. Let's get this guy down. Let's try and avoid his AoE attacks. I think the bosses, for the most part, are designed really well on this as well. They're all quite got their unique patterns and things. And he goes into his second form. almost there. We haven't really broken a sweat on this one, to be fair. There we go. Defeat a lord with the artifact Hastening Sands equipped. We got the Torment Shard, which we will use for future upgrades. And I don't think there's any point us in picking up. There's no more enemies, so I don't think there's any point in us picking up the new one of those. But yeah, we'll pick it up just in case it adds any extra points. But no, that was good. Like I said, if you like what you see here, Halls of Torment, the base game, I'm trying to see how much that is. That's only £5.49, and the Bog is £3.09. Actually, because I own both, I can't see how much the bundle is together. It doesn't show you if you own it. Like I say, if you like those type of games, or maybe you played Mega Bonk recently, you've got into the genre of that, and you want to try some more. Like I said, Vampire Survivors, this one, Halls of Torment, Soulstone Survivors. Honestly, there's so many good ones. And this is, if you're a bit of a stats nerd as well, if you like your numbers and things, this is pretty cool as well. You can see which things did well, which things had high DPS, which things didn't have as high DPS. But yeah, that's Halls of Torment. Let me know what you guys think of that. Like I said, the Bog DLC is out. Haven't been able to really show you any of that, to be fair. Like I said, they did a like a free update for people who own the game as well. They've got the new kind of stage, 2 new characters as well as new quests and things too. So looking forward to seeing like what else they've done, because it's very scalable. They've got to obviously design like the new character and like a new map and abilities and come up with stuff, but it's really only going to be limited by their imagination, and they're really, really good at building these. All these characters, I've done at least a run with every single one of them, I think, and they're all really, really good. Like, they're good fun. I like the challenge of finding like the new build and stuff like that, and what things work with one character and what doesn't with another and stuff like that. But yeah, anyway, let me know what you guys think. Remember to like, comment, subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Take care.